Good morning, everybody. I'm going to be recording week 11 for CFL this morning. Um, I was trying to do some last minute things on one of the games that I heard might have bad weather, but then I kind of looked into it more and more. And I mean, it looks like it might be a little cool, but not. I had heard there was supposed to be heavy rain for tonight's game, which is this game here, Calgary versus BC Lions, but I'm not seeing any rain in the forecast in BC. Um, and I know. Oh wait, you know what? Shit, I'm wrong. It's because BC's not home. Let me recheck that real quick while I'm recording. Shit, I don't know why I thought BC was home. Um, yes. Well, no, actually, what I'm seeing is at 9 p.m. tonight, I'm seeing 54 degrees, which is exactly what they said. But I'm seeing just cloudy skies. I'm seeing the rain's supposed to stop at 5 p.m. So that might change my idea a little bit on this game because I originally was gonna sorry, I was looking down at my phone. I was trying to see if I could see what the wind was supposed to be. Um, Wind's not supposed to be that bad. 6 miles an hour would gust up to 13 miles an hour. That's not bad. Um, I thought with the rain, I was going to be on the under, which I was leaning towards the under for this game, anyways. Even though Calgary is doesn't play a lot of defense and they score a lot of points, but BC has a pretty solid defense, and they're number one in the league against the rush. So I've got a couple things I like in this game. I don't have anything that I've wagered yet. Um, I this first play I'm going to show though is going to be what I'm probably going to end up wagering this. Um, and it's their new starting running back. I believe his first name is Xander Horvath. 55 plus rushing yards on um, Bet Rivers. Sorry, I had to think for a minute. Is a minus 118. Over 56 and a half is a minus 103 if you want to get a little greedy. Or if you want to get real greedy, on DraftKings at 60.5 is a plus 110. I don't see anything on FanDuel right now. His anytime touchdown on FanDuel is a minus 139. I believe on DraftKings it's minus 155. No, actually, that minus 139 is on Bet Rivers also. I believe it's minus 155 on FanDuel. I would be more inclined to do a live touchdown because normally, not always, but a lot of times these running backs that score touchdowns very seldom is in the first quarter. So I would look maybe if you're going to do the touchdown prop, do it during the second quarter. But I'm more confident in these rushing yards than I am the touchdown prop, I think. I think he has just taken over the starting job. Um, Butler was the starter. Butler got hurt. Horvath came in, played really well, and actually had, I think he might have scored 2 touchdowns last week and like the 3 the week before. And now that Butler's back, they announced that Horvath was going to continue to be the starter, which was the case last week too. Um, and the other thing about Horvath is if they have a 3rd and 1, normally it's him under center acting as the quarterback also, so he'll be their short yardage quarterback also normally. So I do like that. And then another thing that I lean towards is the BC Lions plus 4.5. You can do plus 5.5 at a minus 125, or you can do the plus 4.5 at minus 105. I actually like them both. I'm probably not gonna pull the trigger and play this though. Um, One thing that I am gonna probably play, and I don't like recommending these because it could blow up in my face, and it's not gonna be a big profit anyways. So I didn't even like make a banner for it. On one site of mine called Bet Rivers, I don't know if anyone has it out there. I can do first quarter under 14.5 points at a minus 190. I'm gonna pull the trigger on that. Um, that means I need two touchdowns and a field goal. Um, and I think BC is gonna they'll definitely be throwing the ball, but they'll be running it also. And actually, Calgary's got one of the best running backs in the league too, with Dedrick Mills. Um, but I will say this: Calgary can score fast. Um, that would be my one worry about it, but I am gonna play it. I mean, I was debating on it, and then you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna play it. Um, the other thing I would look at would be if you're into live wagering, if there is a touchdown scored at like the 11-minute mark and you can get a under 14 and a half or even under a 15 and a half at like minus 110, then play that. Um, so I don't really advise playing the minus 190 pregame because I kind of like to see how the game is going, but I think I'm going to pull the trigger and play it for myself. Next game, we got Ottawa versus Winnipeg. I don't have anything on this game. I don't trust Ottawa, but I also don't trust Winnipeg. Ottawa right now is the worst team in the league. They've got the worst coach in the league. And 2 weeks ago, they released their number one wide receiver, Eugene Lewis, I believe his name was. Just said he doesn't fit their scheme anymore or whatever. And I think it was more or less he had a penalty he had an offensive pass interference call like at a crucial point of the game is the reason why I think they let him go, but who knows the real reason. And then this last week, they've got one of their defensive linemen are out, and then they released two of their defensive backs. They were both starters, but they weren't playing very well. So were they really starters? I don't know. I guess they were, but I don't know how much of a downgrade that's going to be on their defense. I mean, their defense was already trashed. They already had the worst defense in the league, anyways. And Winnipeg, their starting quarterback is back this week, Zach Collaros, but he's probably. I mean, it's only a 9-team league as it is. He's probably bottom 3 on starting quarterbacks anyways. So, I mean, if I was to play anything in this game, I'd lean the under, but it's only 56.5 points, and there's been a lot of scoring this year. So I'm going to stay away from this game. It might be a good game for a live quarter under. Like, if the first possession there's a punt, and then you can get an under 7.5 in the first quarter at a decent price, that might be a good look. But other than that, it's a stay away for me. Next game, we've got Edmonton versus Toronto. I am on Edmonton money line, and I'll pull that up at the end. It's a 2-piece parlay. I'm not a big fan of Toronto. I used to be. I used to like Jay Kelly a lot, but man, he just makes too many mistakes. He's got 13 interceptions in 8 games this year. He had 4 interceptions last week. Somehow they still won the game because Calgary played worse than they did. I mean, Calgary just did not look good. Vernon Adams did not look good against Toronto last week. I will say this: Toronto's defense is playing better, but Edmonton got off to the hot start. They've kind of calmed down a little bit, but I still like them this week. And one thing that I do like that I am going to wager, probably just on these player props, I usually don't go too much on them. I'll probably just do a half a unit on this, and that is Austin Mack over 69.5 receiving yards minus 114. This is on FanDuel. DraftKings has 76.5, so you're getting some decent value. But he's the third leading receiver in the league. Now, I will say this. He's like 400 yards away from being the leader, though. I mean, the leader in the league is Tyson Philpott, and he's just going off. He's got 1,100 yards already. I believe Austin Mack has like 750 or 760 yards. But I will say this. In the last 6 games, he's gone over this number, 69.5, in 5 out of 6. So it was the first 3 games of the year where he went under in all 3. So that's what's keeping his yardage down. Was his start of the season wasn't the greatest, but he's been one of their favorite targets for Cody Fajardo. That's starting quarterback for Edmonton. They've also got one of the better running backs in the league in Rankin. And their defense has been fairly solid. Granted, it's gotten exposed against the elite teams like Montreal and Saskatchewan in the week before. But 2 out of their 3 losses are to Montreal and Saskatchewan, and those are the 2 best teams. I look at Edmonton as having the 3rd best team in the league. And in my opinion, there's a decent sized drop off from the 3rd best to the 4th best. The 4th best is kind of a toss up between Toronto, who Edmonton is playing, and Calgary, in my opinion. I actually think, even though Calgary lost to Toronto last week, I still think they're slightly better. But that's just my opinion. A lot of people don't agree with that. So that's my play on that. And then the last game of the day is actually Hamilton versus Saskatchewan. I like Saskatchewan to get the win here, but I'm not very confident on them covering. They're 7.5 point favorites. It's live for a backdoor cover. Even though Hamilton is on their 3rd string quarterback, they are going to stick with him, and that is a kid named Harrison Frost. They want to see what he can do because their starting quarterback, Bo Levi Mitchell, is out for the year. I would have been on Hamilton to win the Grey Cup if Bo Levi Mitchell never got hurt. But anyways, here we are. They have one of the better defenses in the league, though. Saskatchewan has one of the better offenses in the league. But I will say this. Two of their wide receivers are still out, and it's their number 2 and number 3 wide receiver that are out. And they're both really good. But they still got Keyshawn Johnson and another receiver, last name Busby, has been playing really well too. And then let's not forget about their backup quarterback, Tommy Stevens. So that's another prop I'm going to be giving out is you can't bet it before pregame, but you can bet it at halftime. If Tommy Stevens doesn't have a touchdown at halftime, wager his touchdown prop, especially if they're winning. Because when there's 4 minutes left in the game and Saskatchewan gets the ball back and they're up by 10 points, Tommy Stevens is going to be the starting quarterback, at least on first down. And he's more than likely going to run the ball on a shotgun. And if he picks up 6 yards, he's going to stay in the game and run it again. If he doesn't pick up 6, then their starting quarterback Alexander will come back in, or not Alexander. Um, Gosh dang it, I can't think of his name. But anyways, I don't know why it's escaping me right now, but it's gonna bug me until I figure it out. But their starting quarterback will come back into the game, and let's see here. Yeah, Trevor Harris. Sorry, and and if they get a first down, then Tommy Stevens will come back in, and if they get a first and goal inside the 8-yard line, it's going to be Tommy Stevens in there for 3 straight runs, and he's probably going to score on the first or second run. Um, so he's 6'3", 6'4", 260 pounds. He's got like 11 touchdowns on the season. He scored multiple touchdowns in back-to-back weeks. He's just, I mean, his touchdown prop is a minus 275. That tells you a lot right there. So if it gets to halftime, look at his anytime touchdown. If you want really plus money, you could do him for 2 touchdowns at a plus 185. But I'm going to wait because a lot of his touchdowns do come in the second half anyways. Last week, I got his touchdown prop at halftime at a plus 135. This week, I don't think it'll be that high. I think it'll be closer to minus 110 at halftime. And then that's what I like. Oh, I actually do lean the over in this game too. I just think at 56.5 points, that's a low number. So that's low for CFL. So I would lean the over on that. And then my 2-piece parlay is Edmonton money line, Saskatchewan money line. It's now a minus 110. I played it a couple different times for like a half a unit on each one at minus 102 and then plus 105. But that's what I got for CFL. If anyone has any questions, comments, I'd be greatly appreciated. Please, if you could, hit the like button if you could. And I wish everybody the best of luck. And tonight's one last thing. Tonight's game is on CBS Sports. Starts at 9 p.m. And the other game that's on CBS Sports will be the Saturday night game at 7 p.m. The other two, if you really want to watch them and you're a degenerate like I am, you can watch them through the CFL website. But anyways, hope everyone has a great day and best of luck with all your wagers.